Here is a story about a true love, something so strong you could not get sick of. She was Cindy, and he was a nice prince, with a stepmom so cruel she made them wince. Cindy's motives were only pure and true, but in her stepmother's soul greed grew and grew. Cinderella had two of the best friends. They would stay with Cindy until the end. To the palace they were bridesmaids to be. Cindy would marry the prince happily. Cindy was pretty, her stepmom was not. She was evil. She had revenge to plot. As honest and loyal friends, Belle and Snow White would stay with Cinderella the whole night. The mission was to get to the prince first, but the wicked stepmom would try to curse, for she wanted the prince all to herself, so he could put her on the highest shelf, and leaving Cindy sad and all alone, so she would never want to go back home. But Snow and Belle would help stop this cruel beast. The stepmom's harsh torture would soon be ceased. They got to the castle before the witch. Cindy and Prince could go off with a hitch. The true lovers were together at last. Love wins over vain, evidence is vast.
My only desire is to be friends. I am always loyal until the end. My best friends, Cindy and Belle by my side, will help each other find love stride by stride. Even if this means fighting our own kin, we will all help find our prince or kingpin. Because this is what all best friends are for, I will infect loyalty like a sore. Expect for me to stick up for them quick and sure. My friendships are loving, caring, and pure. My current mission is to marry off Cindy, and at the wedding we will quaff. All will be happily ever after. I am widely known as Cupid's crafter. This is due to my personality. True friendship is in my morality. My tale's goal is to inspire and mold all pilgrims' relationships into gold. We will return from Canterbury as new meaningful friends containing pizzazz. Mary and Riley, close childhood friends, went on to Apex High School and commends to stay together through all the new, even if they felt jocular or blue. Dressed head to toe in all pink and hair brushed, they were off to their first day and felt rushed. School began and the populars arrived. They wanted Riley in their clique and dived for the perfect chance to converse with her. As they talked, similarities did stir. Riley was in the group and changed her looks. With new stylish clothes, she ditched the books. By the end of the school week, Riley moved tables, leaving hurt Mary disapproved. Mary grew angry and assumed the rule was now broken, and she felt like a fool. To really believe that friendships lasted, before a blink of an eye, she was flabbergasted. Little did she know Riley missed her tons. She remembered with pleasure all their good puns. The populars, all arrogant and mean, were soon to be ditched by Riley the queen. For she missed true friendship and loyalty, and her birth bond that was like royalty. She did worry Mary would not forgive. If so, they would never get to relive all their great memories since they were kids. She comprised an apology and bids. First she vowed to never ditch sweet Mary, and bid a tasty pie filled with cherry. Mary, surprised and still very unsure, killed the grudge because the new vow was pure. As the old friends hugged and reconnected, made sure their friendship was now protected. Although loyalty was once forgotten, a new top moral, it will not rotten.
Strive to be the best that I can be, and turn my dreams into reality. This can be reached with the help of my friends. They will be with me until the near end. My father Maurice is there for me too. Without him, I do not know what I'd do. I refused to marry that boor Gaston. My father, outside the castle, looked in. There he found a very hideous beast. The beast did not even offer a feast. I searched and searched and found my dad locked up. Just take me instead, I said to the mutt. I stayed in the castle, cold and scary. Oh, I just knew I would never marry. One night I came across a magic rose. Get out, the beast yelled. It tingled my toes. I ran out and was attacked by gray wolves. The beast came to save me, using his hooves. I started to see the good in the beast. The beast let me see my father, at least. I loved the beast, and he began to transform. A handsome prince he was reborn. Gather round all, for I have a story. Please do not tell me one, you will bore me. You should not judge this tale by its cover. This tale is a tale that's like no other. Alone there lived a man, ugly and old. He didn't leave his house much, he liked the cold. Day after day he knew he was alone. No family called him or picked up the phone. The nicest man that you would ever meet, he had always longed for people to greet. No single soul dare near the old man's house. Don't dare walk by or be quiet as a mouse. Children were frightened and never went there. Oh, they only knew he would cause a scare. But no soul knew the old man could show care. No one gave him a chance, it was unfair. There lived a little boy down the man's street, a foster kid with no shoes on his feet. This boy never had a real family. One day the old man asked him to have tea. Not knowing what to do, the boy was shocked. If he went in, would the door become locked? The boy went in despite the outdoors looks. The man served him tea and fish still on hooks. Although a nice gesture, the boy was scared, for no one came looking, for no one cared. The man helped the boy and gave him new clothes. Then he gave him shoes that had brand new soles. The boy asked where all these nice things came from. The man shared with him. He once had a son. His son had grown old and moved out of town. Ever since then, he had a constant frown. The boy said to the man, I'll be your son, for I have no family and no fun. The man got all of his son's old games out. You'll have a great life. Don't you worry, Scout.
As a little girl, I dreamed of true love, that one day I would be put all above all of the other girls that were around, and maybe even one day I would be crowned. Love to me, it seemed too good to be true. Two people were held together by glue. Before she passed, my sweet mother once told me, follow your dreams, believe your heart only. My father soon remarried to a witch. With two evil stepdaughters I had to ditch. She made me clean and treated me as swine. I had to hide it, act like I was fine. To meet my prince, tonight there was a ball. All the ladies, he invited them all. I put on a dress, I put on glass shoes. My fairy godmother helped me to choose. I met my sweet prince. We danced all night long.
A dream is a wish your heart made.
Until the clock struck 12 and chimed its song. I had to leave. We were so far apart. Without him, I felt like half a heart. It was not long until we met once more. I was so happy, and that's when I swore. Never again we'd not be together. Our love is like two birds of a feather. There are few things to make someone happy. Love, yes, I know it can be quite sappy. It is important to have in your heart, but be cautious, for you must be so smart. Love can be dangerous in the wrong hands. A cruel being could have devious plans to break the bond that connects two souls, leaving each person with large gaping holes. So in this tale that I tell you now, love is tested by a very strong vow. Nick and Katie, a guy and a sweet girl, were the two best friends in all the world. They grew up together since they were very young and remained best friends even all among the other kids who attended their school, because Nick and Katie made a strict rule. No one will come in between our friendship. Together we'll be until the world flips. One day it was different. Nick was unsure. He's in love with Katie, and there's no cure. When Nick decided to tell her the truth, she was with Brad. It hurt like a loose tooth. What is this madness, he thought to himself. It should be me and Katie, and no one else. For Katie had become blind to the fact that Nick loves her. Brad was all just an act. Brad was the captain of the football team, so Katie liked him. He made her daydream. Nick was upset, left sad and all alone, afraid to tell her feelings of his own. He finally decided to man up. He saw Katie with Brad and said, "Square up!" Brad laughed and began to push Nick around. But Nick managed.
I am the one, no way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street. Under the sun, the bastard son will pop the clock to feed himself and family. By any means, your enemies, my enemies.
Katie then realized she liked Nick a lot. She thought, I might as well give him a shot. The two were together. Nick was cheerful. There was no need for them to be fearful. Kat realized Nick was the love of her life, and maybe one day she would be his wife. True love may not seem like something that's real, but give it a chance, you'll love how it feels.
A long, sad time ago, I was happy, due to a man who made me all sappy. While we were dating, he put me above. This dashing man made me fall deep in love. He had a kin named Cinderella, but in my opinion, she was a spoiled brat. I tried with her at first, tried so hard, until one day she called me a fat lard. That was it, you will rue the day, I said. But one winter, my lover got so sick. I tried to heal him, I tried every trick. In the bliss of spring, he took his last breath. That was when my heart went from light to dark. And when that nasty girl named Cindy would bark orders at me like some type of servant. After the way she treated little old me, I must have to get revenge with such glee. Everyone thought Cindy was just so nice, and that I was evil. I paid the price. Fine, evil you want, evil I will be, I said to myself. Well, that's fine with me. Every man that Cindy wants will be mine. Did I ever stop? Not even at 9. There is a ball where Cindy will be. I will be there to stop her and her small friends and make sure that Cindy's prince will be with me, not them. Hear ye, and heed my strong warning of jealousy. It is quite controlling. Let me tell you a tale of 2 sisters, one full of brains and one who got misters. The smart of the 2 was always mad. What did she do to make men want her so bad? She kept quiet, though. It was not her place. She could not be mean to her sister and be a disgrace. But one day she found love. Oliver and Jen fit like a nice glove. Oliver loved Jen for her brains, not looks. Sophie would go after the ugly crooks. Sophie would never get love like Jen had, and knowing that made Sophie really mad. Deep in the night, Sophie took Jen's hubby, knowing she would find out and get grubby. Finding out what happened, Jen took action. She confronted her sister, not knowing her reaction. A physical fight broke out, keeping at it until one would croak.